Hey everyone, this message is specifically for the ladies, but men, you'll most likely get something out of it too. I just recently watched the movie Bridesmaids, and occasionally it seems like Hollywood lets some truth out, um, but I don't think they meant to do it on purpose. I think it's just supposed to be funny that this woman's life is absolutely horrible. She's probably mid-30s, single, horrible job, no serious boyfriend, a guy that calls her for a booty call occasionally and treats her like garbage. And she pretends that she's happy with it, and you kind of see this realization where she realizes where she's at. And the thing is, I think that a lot of women are in that place. And I want to go over why I think that is. A lot of women are, I don't know what they're doing, but they're waiting to have kids until they're in their 30s plus. I see women on dating apps that are 32 to 35 that say no kids but want some someday. Ladies, your time is running pretty thin at that point. They're working jobs that I don't think they're happy with. The whole lady boss movement, I think, is just a way for women to put a band-aid on how they actually really feel about what they're doing. They're rejecting monogamy, which has serious side effects on their mental health. Women have something in them where when you have sex with somebody, it creates something called partner bonding. The problem is the more partners you have, the less likely you're able to bond with a partner. So having multiple sex partners for a decade, from your 20s to your 30s, really affects these women when they do get into their 30s, and then they find it hard to actually pair bond with a person at that point. They're taking birth control, hormonal birth control, which has negative side effects to not only their body but their mental health. And they are dating liberal men. Liberal men that are okay with the lifestyle they live because they don't want any ties anyways. They're looking for the pump and dump. And they're just looking for the quick piece of ass, get in, get out, and move on. This has serious negative side effects on a female's health, mental health especially. Now, why are they at this point? Well, they've been sold a lie. They spent years being indoctrinated. School, they teach, go to school, get good grades, get a good job, go to college, of course, go to college, get, a good degree, and you'll make it. They were taught by the media, feminist talking points, that they don't need a man, I'm a strong lady boss, and also the failure of boomer parents that were sold the original lie of the feminist movement back in the 60s and 70s that are now passing on those ideas to their daughters. Well, problem is mommy's been divorced 3 times. Is she happy? See, what people fail to look at is, who are you getting your advice from? And are they living the way that you want to live? So, one thing I'm big about here is not leaving people in despair. So what do you do? Well, for one, ladies, stop seeking attention on the internet. Your life is not valued by the amount of Instagram likes you get in a day. You are worth much more than that. Find a strong community. I suggest a Christian church. Now, this is not meant to be a rock show, so don't go there to be entertained. That's not the point. And avoid Christian churches that fly pride flags and BLM flags. These are not the conservative Christian churches you want to be a part of, and they're not going to pull you away from the life that you are currently stuck in and not feeling happy with. Stop taking hormonal birth control. Oh no, why would I stop doing that? I might get pregnant. No, just stop taking it and stop having sex with men that haven't earned the right to have sex with you. You're worth more than your sexual value, and a real man will stick around. Give up the vices that you've become a slave to, whether that is attention on the internet, alcohol, drugs, partying, whatever. You need to move away from those things. They're not going to make you happy. They are a square peg trying to fill up a round hole. You're not going to find happiness in those things. Date conservative Christian men that live in Logos. In the Bible, it says, "Husbands, love your wife as Christ loved the church and gave himself up for her." Now, if you're not familiar with the Bible, you should be familiar with the fact that Christ was crucified. He died to save the church. A real man will put you first. And finally, stop rejecting the natural order of things. The natural order of things is the way it is because that is how we found fulfillment for thousands of years. For thousands of years, people lived in absolute poverty. But if you look at the rise of female empowerment in the West, and you also compare it to surveys that track female happiness, as the rise of the West goes up, female happiness goes down. Because we've been sold this idea that we are to buck the natural order of things. Stop rejecting it. These things may be hard to hear, but they are meant with love. And I hope that it helps and that you find happiness.